Young here, and it's a wonderful Thursday. And what are we doing? We're shopping. We're shopping for player props. That's what we do here at PickDawgz. I'm going to be looking at the NFL game that's going on tonight. Then I'm going to be looking at the NBA games that's going on and let you guys know my best player props so we can get on top. Now look, this is how the show goes. I come up with my player props, then I go over to the sports chat betting place betting tools and see, hey, if they're with me or against me. If they're with me, they're hitting at a 60% clip all the way up to a 100% clip. And if they're against me, they're just against me. All right, now look, man, let's get it on and going, man. Who you guys got winning tonight's game, man? Baltimore Ravens or Cincinnati Bengals? Baltimore Ravens going to be favored by 3.5 points. I think this game could go either way, man, if you ask me, man. Both these teams are 4-1 in the last 5. But let's go ahead and get down to it. Let me know what you guys are betting on today. What's your best two-team parlay? What's your best player prop to get on top? And hey, man, what's your just best play to win? Let us know in the comments below. All right, first player prop that I like, I'm going to be talking about the Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver, Tyler Boyd. Over 4 receptions, man. I'm taking this reception prop like this. Last game out, he was going for 8. The reason why is because when Higgins ain't in the lineup, Tyler Boyd shows, hey, man, I was here before all you guys. Wide receiver from Pitt. Real familiar with him. He was there before anybody. He was the first wide receiver to get 1,000 yards for the Bengals. Now, he's kind of that forgotten receiver, but I ain't forgot about him. I'm taking Tyler Boyd over 4 receptions. It's even a long shot too, but it's even a better play to usually take his yards because he goes deeper in yards. But I'm not that guy. I go with what I like. So I'm taking him over his reception prop at 4. That's player prop number 1. Player prop number 2, I'm going to be looking at the wide receiver right next to him. Who? Ja'Marr Chase, over 7 receptions, man. You guys know the story with him and Joe Burrow. They've been doing this since LSU. Ain't nothing new, man. Last game out, he only had 5 receptions, going for 100 yards in the TD, though. This game, you already know, man. When you need your player, who you gonna call on? Ja'Marr Chase. That's what we're gonna do. Over 7 receptions. That's player prop number 2. Player prop number 3, I'm going to be looking at Joe Mixon just to get a score, anytime touchdown. He made it one for us last week, and we're going to go right back to it again on this board, okay? I think they're going to really rely on Joe Mixon in this game. I think he's going to have over 68 yards rushing too. So I'm taking Joe Mixon to get an anytime touchdown. That's player prop number 3. Player prop number 4, I'm taking a look at the Baltimore Ravens receiving core. Who do you like? I like Zay Flowers, man. You already know. Over 4.5 receptions. He's been a great addition to this wide receiver core, for the Ravens. Odell Beckham is not him. And, you can't just always throw it to Andrews. Or can you? But either way it go, I'm taking Zay Flowers over his reception prop. That's player prop number 4. Player prop number 5, speaking of Mark Andrews, why not take him here? Over 4.5 receptions. I like him in this one, man. Last game out, he only had 2. Game before that, he had 8 to 9. This is the thing, man. We all know when you need to rely on somebody, Lamar Jackson's going to look for somebody that he's relied on back-to-back years, and that's Mark Andrews out there. Baltimore does like to, go down deep, too, and get him acclimated into the offense, into the end zone. So let's go ahead and, sprinkle on this touchdown prop, too. All right, next player prop that I like, I'm going to be looking at Lamar Jackson. Anytime touchdown. Yep, that's the touchdown prop that I'm going to be running with. Speaking of running, he's probably going to run it in. All right, now look, man, those are all my football player props to get you on top. Now, let's head on over to the NBA. But before we do that, I like Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals for the Baltimore Ravens field goal kicker, man. Yep, he's one of those guys to where they count on him from 56 and beyond, 59 and beyond. And, sometimes when it's divisional games, you need to get your points in any way you can. So let's go ahead and take Justin Tucker over 1.5 field goals. Now my NBA player props. Miami Heat. Who they taking on? You know it already. Brooklyn Nets. All right. Brooklyn Nets can't stop anything. We're looking at Jimmy Buckets, a.k.a. Jimmy Butler, over 23.5 points. Last game out, we clipped that against, who was he playing against? Some team who can't stop anything on defense, and he went for 30 buckets on them. All right. So what are we doing on this one? We're taking Jimmy Butler over 23.5 points. Then we're looking at the Oklahoma City Thunder, Chet Holmgren. taking on the Golden State Warriors. I'm going to be taking them over his rebound prop at 7.5. The reason why is because there's no Draymond Green out there, no real big mans, no lengthy long mans out there. He's one of those guys that's always around the ball too. For his height and size, he's not scared to rebound. Last game out, he only had 7. This game, he's giving a 7.5. Last player prop that I like in this game, I'm going to be taking Chet Holmgren over his point prop, man. It's at 15.5. Hear me out. Last game out, I gave him out. It was at 14.5, right? The guy only had 9 points, but he went 3 for 12 from the field goal percentage. I don't expect him to do that, man. Only converting on 3 shots, I don't count that up. Okay, what I count up is the shots taken and the shots attempted. And, when you have a bad game like that, you really want to bounce back. So look for Chet Holmgren to go over his point prop, all right? Now, look, if you guys want to see what I'm betting on, my best bets, head on over to the site, PickDawgz. We got it all up there for you. UFC this weekend, college football this weekend, Bellator this weekend, NBA, college basketball, college football. What more do you want? All right, it's time for the recap time. We're taking Tyler Boyd over his reception prop. Jamar Chase over his reception prop. We're taking Zay Flowers over his reception prop. We're taking Mark Andrews over his reception prop. We're taking Joe Mixon anytime touchdown. Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown. NBA, we're going with Jimmy Butler over 23.5. We're going with Chet Holmgren over 7.5 rebounds. We're going with Chet Holmgren over 15.5 points. Millz Young here, part of Pick Dawgz. If you can't roll with the Pick Dawgz, stay on the porch.